What are the things to be expected, and is it worth it? Well, in short, it is the craziest flying I think you can ever do. Okay? Reason for that being, you're flying the second highest peak or second highest cliff face in the continental United States. That being said, it is a crazy experience. So what we did is we drove into the trailhead of Notch Peak. The hike to Notch Peak is gorgeous. You pass all these trees that are thousands of years old. It's like you're in another realm just walking up to Notch Peak. It's super mild, an easy hike, and the craziest thing is as you approach the summit, the trail just kind of disappears. And so you're on a trail, you're going up, and then all of a sudden it's just gone. And like it's just a sheer cliff face, just 2,000 feet of sheer cliff. And it is the craziest sight and feeling ever. Like never had I ever before experienced that. It's like the anticipation you have while on a roller coaster while it's going up and it's going click, 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 click. It's like that feeling, like times 10. It is just absolutely bonkers, but well worth it. And so you're standing on the edge of the cliff face, just butterflies up in your stomach. You're like, holy smokes, there's nothing there. It's just gone. Looking over the cliff face, depending on like where you're at, you can't even see the bottom of the cliff. It's just still going down and you can't even see the bottom, which is just a crazy feeling. And so what we did is we backed off the cliff face a couple paces. We were a comfortable distance where we wouldn't trip and just fall off the cliff. So we were in a comfortable place. We set up the quad, pointed it over the cliff, and then we took off. And let me tell you what, that is the craziest feeling in the world. Because you're standing on the edge of the cliff. You've already got butterflies in your stomach. And then you put on goggles, and the cliff face is gone, right? Because now you're in a virtual life, and then you take off with the quad, and you still have got these like weird feelings, like the butterflies in your stomach. But then you take off, and you're like, holy smokes, what just happened to the ground? Why is everything just gone? It's so weird. It's not like taking off in a field or something where, okay, like the ground is leaving at a relatively constant rate. It's you take off and the ground is gone. And so it's a crazy feeling, something I've never experienced before. And so we're out there flying, we're standing on the edge, and we experience this. We're like, whoa, okay, we need to do something different. So we make a lap or two, and then we come back in. One thing you want to take note of while you're flying from the top of Notch Peak is the fact that because you're at the top, like if you're too far away from the cliff face itself, you will lose line of sight with a quad and like lose video link or radio link to your quad. And so you want to kind of be on the edge, not too close obviously. You're at a safe spot, so you're not going to fall off, but in a place where you have line of sight where you can see the bottom of the cliff, so that way when you dive down you don't lose signal with your quad doesn't just go AWOL on you or something because it lost video link or radio link, whatever it might be. Flying was pretty crazy. It's absolutely gorgeous out there. Flying over the cliff faces are incredible. Nothing you've ever experienced before. And so it was just something to remember. However, we were out there flying 7-inch quads on 18 650s, and we were noticing like a lot of battery sag. Like, because the amp draw was so high as it went over the edge of the cliff, we were getting a lot of battery sag, a lot of amp draw. The wind out there is just ripping through there, and so the quads fight that the whole time. So that's one thing that it was really struggling with. Just the 6S batteries were struggling with keeping up with the wind, especially as it flew over the edge of the cliff. It is gnarly terrain out there. Like, you're flying over cliff faces, 1,000-foot drops, boulders, rocks, trees, shrubs, all this kind of stuff. And so you really got to prepare for that when you're going out there. But overall experience, absolutely gorgeous. Super, super fun flying out there. We really didn't get to dive the entire cliff face just because it was our first time getting out there. We wanted to be comfortable. We wanted to be safe. We didn't want to lose a quad the first time we'd ever done this. And so for the future, what we're going to change is, instead of flying off the top and hiking up to the top, however gorgeous, stunning, and absolutely wild of an experience that was, I think the next time what we're going to do is we're just going to come in at the bottom of the cliff faces. So instead of hiking to the peak, park in a different location on the other side of Notch Peak, so that way we can just hike to the bottom. That way when we're flying, we aren't worried about, okay, we're standing on the edge of the cliff, and we're not thinking about that. And 2, we're not worried about if we were to crash a quad into the cliff face and it tumbles to the bottom, like, now we have to hike to the bottom. No, we're already at the bottom and we can just go and get it there. Sure, it will be a rough rock scramble and whatnot, but it's okay. And D, just overall, anticipate the most extraordinary experience ever while flying Notch Peak. It's truly stunning, something that you don't get to experience every day. It is not your average park. It's not flying through the trees. It's not chasing mountain peaks. It is just stunning, just absolutely incredible. The cliff face is huge. And so overall experience would 100% recommend. You will have an unforgettable experience. Like, one for the books, one for sure. So just go out there, be hauling, and love it.